beyond the mirror, a short tale of the intriguingly spiritual. He had the habit of calling it a shed, but others might better describe it as a comfortable garden chalet, complete with fitted carpet and latticed windows overlooking a wild garden. He won't write this himself. He says it is pointless to share what is ostensibly a personal journey of no great importance to others, so I'm doing it for him. He'd practiced mirror meditation before, and sometimes even the forbidden candle in front of mirror version, supposedly dangerous as it opens a portal for visiting spirits to pass from the other side. At the time, he felt secure in his own sense of protection, so it didn't bother him. That was then. New experiences have made him question what does lie beyond the mirror. Mirrors are not without their deeper illusions, nor their superstitions either. Ever heard of people covering mirrors during a thunderstorm? Or on leaving the house empty for a while? But I digress back to his story. 2 nights ago, after some mindful exercises, he decided to kneel in front of the long mirror and observe the third eye region. In layman's terms, stare intently at his forehead for as long as he could. Very quickly, the mirror image changed, even though he himself did not. Colors vanished, replaced by shiny gold outlines. Then, as he continued, he noted face changing. He'd seen and done this before, and though it will mean little to the reader, it was sheer joy to see his uncle again. Uncle Fred was a good man, simple life, but a kindly, caring man. He's been dead some 20 years now. Some other faces flitted in and out, not staying long enough to be recognized. While he knelt there in timeless fashion, and while he stared unflinchingly, he thought. He thought about the mirror, and that what he was viewing did not exist inside his shed. No, the image is as far behind the mirror as the subject is in front. Therefore, his third eye was in the light of the shed, but its partner, as image, was outside the walls, in the dark and cold of night. They were not the same thing, nor in the same place. What if, on the far side of the mirror, spirits had access to this isolated image, away from the protection of his true self? At this point, he decided that he would finish for the evening, but return the next day to see if he could learn more. Next night, after a few mindful exercises which connect mind, spirit and body as one, he knelt again in front of the mirror. Soon the blurring and changing colors to gold outlines were revealed, and not long after, face changing began again. This time he called upon secretive protections in the form of incantation and symbolism. Anyone practicing Reiki will know similar. This time he tried hard to connect with the third eye image, which was in darkness beyond the shed walls. The results were pleasing, and his uncle returned. Then, was it possible he saw his grandfather? Some faces stayed longer so he could examine them with thought, but the one he really wanted to see for longer was fleeting at best. However, this was exciting to say the least. His grandfather had died when my friend was young, and he had few memories of him. To see him again would be magical. Even an illusion would fulfill the long-held desire to know his grandfather more. It was then that a warning came by way of a thought story, sort of like daydreaming. The dream prophecy showed his image standing and walking away, leaving the body of our friend still kneeling, but without spirit, and waiting for its return, if ever it would. But now it had come from the far side and was free. He decided to call it a night and put the kettle on, as would I, and perhaps you too.